Hey, Jason Rice here, another lap party. Quick tip. Hey, we just did I just did a live video yesterday, but didn't get to see this, right? I did a screen share about Google Trends. And so in Google Trends, we're showing, I was showing the spikes of shopper counts and everything, and the details behind what I think, don't get too overly excited about all this traffic. Let's see what happens based on those trends over the last 5 years. And so obviously, everything's kind of up in the air. It's hard to tell if, is the wholesale going to go down? The only way it's going to go down is if all these rental cars and lease returns start hitting the market. And if they do, then it's going to be a free for all. Do they continue to drop because people can't buy new because of the supply, so they go to used? We don't know. It's very, very hard to guess or speculate. What's up, Manook, Steven, and Michael? How we doing? So throw any of your questions into these comments. I'm watching Facebook right now. It's live on Facebook. So I'd be interested in some feedback here on that. But here's the thing, and this isn't rocket science here. I mean, you guys probably know this. As independents, it's going to be independent dealers. It's going to be a little bit tougher. But for your franchise dealers, if you're going to buy any of these rental cars, because you can maybe get them on the cheap, if you get non-products, meaning non-franchise products, if you're a Chevy store and you get some Nissans, Rogues, and some other vehicles pretty cheap on the rental car end, I would dump them quick, in and out, boom. I mean, just price them, get off them, move them, and do that and use that for volume. And again, one of the benefits about these rental cars is I don't think a lot of people are going to travel very far for them, right? So you're typically going to get local customer. So there's other ways to make money. So if you're a Chevy store buying Nissans or something on these rental rockets, just price them to move quick, because if any of these OEMs start putting big CPO incentives on them, or new cars incentives get sweeter, you're going to be stuck. So on and off them. But here's the thing, you can make money on the fact that they're late model, they're higher dollar, they're going to be over typically 18, 20 plus grand. So probably going to get financing. Being a later model, you're probably going to get a decent trade, at least a retailable trade, than you would like on a 2012. Somebody trading in a 08 with 180,000 might not be on a 12, isn't it going to be? So you're probably could get some decent trades, and make sure you walk these customers through service, because they should be local customers. Nobody is going to drive 200 miles for a Nissan Rogue when there's 200 of them between you and them. So they're probably going to be local customers to do the service walk. Let them know that you could service this Nissan with oil changes and tire rotations and brakes, the normal maintenance, the wear and tear items that aren't maybe covered under the manufacturer warranty, if there's still any of that left. So that's one. I would, if you're a franchise store buying non-franchise rentals, price them, get them off, and make the money up on the other end. Then, so basically, if I was a franchise dealer, I would be buying more than likely going to try to just buy my franchise. If I'm a Chevy store, and buy my Chevys. And again, if you stumble across a great deal of a non-Chevy, fine, get off it. But even your current Chevys, if they're non-certifiable, I would get off them. Because here's the thing, if these OEMs do increase certification because manufacturing is down, and so it's a good way to keep people in their Chevy products, which again is something I've been pushing for over a month now for these OEMs to do. Some of them have done it already. Would love for them to do this to help stabilize the market. But seen a lot of guys jumping on. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Phil. Fran. What's up? So get off of these cars sooner than later. And then if you can, hopefully, I would really fine tune my CPO process if I'm buying late model franchise types. Okay. Now, again, these vehicles can be tricky because it all depends on liquidation. How fast or how soon do these rental car companies or OEMs need to liquidate and get some cash? Some of them they might not have control over. Example might be Hertz, who with the file of bankruptcy, they're still going to be around, but their debts and stuff might have to be answered at a certain point in time. They got to get off fast. And I'm hearing mixed messages. Some people saying, hey man, I bought these cars for $7,000 or whatever, because there was some cheap Nissan somebody told me they bought, and they ended up going for like $8,000 or $9,000 later, within a couple of days. So dealers, every dealer's out there kind of desperate for inventory. So dealers are paying up right now as these are trickling through. But if that volume picks up, buy any great deal you can get. If it's a non-franchise, get off of them quick, make the money up on trade-in, F&I, and service. Make sure you do your service walk with these customers. Make sure they know they can service your Nissan at the Chevy store. And then mostly just try to focus on your own franchise for good switch cars off of new cars if the incentives are there driving traffic, but you don't have any cars there to do it. Because you're not even going to probably, talking to one of my dealers earlier, you're probably not even going to be able to do too many dealer trades, because a lot of dealers aren't going to want to give up what they have unless you can. They're going to be very specific on what they want back. So like in my understanding, like for example, Chevy Silverados, dealers are running light on them. They're not going to take a Tahoe for a Silverado. You better have another one to give them. So if you're a franchise, Chevy, Ford store, Nissan, whatever, buy your own models. If you happen to get great deals on your non-models, get off them quick and make the money up on the other end. This is hopefully just a little quick tip. If you want a free inventory evaluation, go to lotpop.com. All these tips go onto YouTube. Please subscribe there, because then you get notified. Trying to get that subscriptions up there so we can get some more features added to our listings there. But or 844-LOTPOP4, jrice@lotpop.com. I hope this was helpful.